Hello, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome. My name is Claire. This is going to be your video for the second half of July 2020. We're going to take a look at your recent past, your current energies, and then what is in the immediate future for you. Please do keep in mind these are general readings, so they may not resonate with all of you. If they do, please give this video a like. Please leave me a little comment. Let me know what's going on. And yeah, let's kind of get into it. Other housekeeping things can I kind of say. Before I turned on the camera, I was meditating on your energy, and I got a lot of like throat chakra stuff. So there's like a need for you now. Wow, I need to put my feet on the floor. That's just what's up. A need right now, I feel like, for really like soothing things for you, for your throat. So if you can get your hands on like demulcent herbs, mullein will be really, really nice. So will borage, it's going to be the herb of the week. So if you want to stay updated for that, please hit subscribe. That will be coming down the pipe in the next few days. But also just like honey, sweet things that are helping your voice to stay strong. And having the courage to speak up too might just be something that's going on there. So yeah, hopefully that resonates with some of you. And let's get into your reading. Okay. This is weird. These are like the same cards I got for Pisces, and I shuffled this deck really, really well. So you might be connecting with a Pisces, might be needing to speak with a Pisces. I would kind of recommend watching their reading right off the bat, just because knowing what they're working with is probably going to be reflected a little bit for you here. Okay. Right off the bat, I feel like right now you're feeling overwhelmed by your obligations, by your duties, and I feel like you're looking higher for your answers. I feel like you're looking to spirit, you're looking to God, you're looking to ancestors, whoever it is, to bring you to the next level of leadership, of mental clarity, of your high ground, like whatever that is. But I also see that you're very, very tired right now. I feel like there's a lot of work that you're taking on, maybe unnecessarily. Some of you might be in that caretaker role, feeling like you need to be needed. For some of you that'll be, but also in a space of being so married to your obligations that I sense your cup is quite empty. You might be feeling very like, just kind of, you know? So, wow, yeah, there it is. The theme for this reading is the 8 of Pentacles reversed, the 4 of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. So, like, you got your mind on your money. I feel like you got your mind on your coffers, what is going to be, like, financially providing for you in the long run. But I also feel like this is kind of a all work, no play makes Jack a dull individual. So, yeah, let's get into it a little bit more deeply. So, in your recent past, we have the Ace of Cups, we have the 2 of Wands, and we have the Emperor, pardon me. So I feel like you might be dealing with someone else. This Emperor character could be someone who's very controlling, someone who really likes to feel that they have the ability to influence other people, to maybe they're very manipulative, to create what they want to see. This could be you, this could be somebody else. It's not entirely clear to me. But what I do see is that there's a decision that you need to be making right now about your emotional, or in the recent past, you made a decision to get out of like confusion. There were multiple options for you to take in regards to a life path, a life goal, I feel like. And I feel like there was a lot of questioning. What do I really want? What do I want to commit to? This is like the theme of the month for pretty much everybody, so you know you're not alone in that. But also just kind of taking some of the weeds away in that decision-making process, and really kind of, there's a lot of like emotional sort of wanting to maybe if this is an individual that you're butting heads with or confronting or being controlled by in your environment, this is the kind of thing where it's like their outcome has maybe come with a lot of like emotional gaslighting or emotional confusion, that they just like have created a lot of confusion for you, so that making this decision was very challenging until your emotions came into play and were kind of like, this is enough, like enough is enough. I'm going to get good with spirit and allow that to influence my decision. And I say that because in your current energy, we have the Hierophant, we have the King of Swords, and we have the Seven of Wands. So this is someone who is very, very committed to defending their high ground. This is someone who recognizes that the past has to die in some way in order to give birth to a new regime. It is the path of every generation. This kind of happens, right? Like we have the elder generation, what was sacred to them, the young generation comes in and kind of defaces so that they can, and debases, debauches so that they can create their own gods. This is kind of what's happening here. And I feel like wherever you sort of fall in that process, there's some sort of a ground that you're willing to defend, and some sort of some sort of transformation that you're willing to share with other people. It's almost like getting to this point involved this for me, and so I'm going to show you. You might be working with moth medicine right now, with the moon. There may also be people in your environment who are seeing your brilliance or your new spiritual path, and seeing you almost as like a cult leader, and they're like drawn to you like a moth to flame. So you might have a bit of a following right now. It's kind of what I see here. And you may not know about it, actually. I feel like that it came with like the destruction of the old, and rebirthing into this sort of new. There's something that I feel like, it's almost like when you take like a softer touch, then those moths like identify themselves to you. In your immediate future, we have the Queen of Cups, we have Temperance, and the Knight of Pentacles all reversed. So, okay, maybe what happened when these people identify themselves to you, you feel very responsible for them. You feel very connected to them emotionally, and feel kind of willing to like do all of the work for them. So I remember Cancer, for you, in the reading we did for your season, for Cancer season, there was a lot about like respect and meaning, and how that comes through like a period of grief. If you haven't checked out that reading, please do, because that will kind of clarify what I'm about to say. But what is also really key in that process is knowing that grief and pain is extremely personal. And in order for someone to grow through their grief, grow through their pain, and in order for it to be something that is meaningful to them, and that is what empowers people, that is what inspires people to do the right thing. The worst thing that you can do is try to alleviate their pain. Okay, it's very personal. Pain is something that a drug can make it go away for a little while, but it will come back unless it is worked through, like unless it's worked through. So that's the caution I see here, is that you've gone through this process, and it's almost like you would never wish it upon anyone. And that's fair, like we've all been through stuff in our lives where it's like, wow, I sure as shit learned through that, and I sure grew as a human being, and I wouldn't take it back, but I also wouldn't wish it on anybody else. This is the dialogue that I'm hearing for you. So I think just simply recognizing that there are people who are in that process, and that like they need to do it for themselves, will be very liberating. It'll kind of keep you from draining yourself, draining your emotional world to try and like help them and pour into them. It's like you just like will recognize like, and you won't necessarily need to be those people's like caretaker. You can be their lighthouse. so they can see you, they can see your light. But, you know, while they are in the storms of their own process, all you need to be is that lighthouse so that they can see that there is a way out through the storm. Yeah, we have the Empress. This is totally a lighthouse person. So someone who's like, I'm going to hold space for you. You know, I'm going to hold space until you're done. So I hope that resonates. Let's go back and clarify. Just hang on a second here. King of Cups. Okay, so emotional wisdom, maybe being cut off from those emotions a little bit. Let's talk about this Emperor in your recent past. We have the Seven of Wands again. We have the Five of Pentacles, pardon me, reversed, and we have the Ten of Cups reversed. So there was, some sort of timeline, I think, that was fallen behind in some way, or someone was telling you, like, you've fallen behind, or you're not, married with kids at 25, like, I don't know, whatever it is. Or just kind of those expectations that were set for you that were not really lining up with what it is that you need to be doing. Like, we all have our own paths, and like for you, it was like, those timelines don't really work for me. And so I just see you kind of like standing your ground and kind of letting that fall away, letting that social expectation die a little bit, and finding a really nice sense of comfort within yourself as a result. Is like self-validation. Yeah, really nice. Oops. Yeah. Okay, so just like the harvest that you got from sort of rejecting those things was good. It was good. And it was good. Let's talk about this Ace of Cups in your recent past. We have the Eight of Pentacles reversed again. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have Temperance reversed again. Okay, this is the same sort of thing, but what I see here is like there is so much value that you have found within yourself, and you just want to share it with people. Is like there's like, this feels compassionate to me. It feels very like, I want to share what I have with people. Like, I've discovered this maybe for the first time in your life, something that you have decided is worth committing to spiritually, emotionally, physically, mentally. Like, you want to give it your all. I totally commend you for doing that, and I'm really happy that you found something that you feel you can return to at the end of the day. However, you're working really hard, and this opportunity is a beautiful, bright new opportunity, but you are just kind of not giving yourself a chance to find balance, finding daily habits that will let you attend to this new project or whatever it is will be much better. Much healthier. So what do I mean by that? It can just be one of those things where it's like you feel a lot of pressure to have everything worked out and have everything right and like make sure everyone is taken care of, and that's good, that's fine, whatever. But I also feel like are you trying to do it all at once? Like, are you feeling like, I think you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself to have this all figured out by the end of the week, if not sooner. And this is a long-term thing you're doing. This ain't, I don't know. Just kind of feels like you, like going to Vegas to get married, instead of like planning a really long wedding. That's a weird analogy, I recognize that, but if you kind of know what I mean, it's like there's like so much pressure to get it all done right now that your daily life is like, it's kind of it's taking over. Okay, like there needs to be a balance found within your personal yeah. Let's talk about this King of Swords in your current energy. We have the Five of Wands, we have the Chariot, there you are, and we have the Eight of Wands. Wow, you are just like trying to get shit done here, babe. And this looks like very, very quickly. things have maybe just like moved. They've evolved so quickly and you're just trying to like pick up the pieces, but also still trying to like continue that momentum. And I think maybe beating yourself up a little bit because there may have been like a little bit of a slowing down in that process and a little bit of needing to pare back and like finding other ways to be effective that don't require all of your energy. That's what this feels like to me. For the Hierophant, we have the Two of Pentacles, we have the Hierophant, and we have the Seven of Swords. So yeah, there's like divine forgiveness, I feel like you're striving for here. Okay, what you're doing here is really cool. It's like you're trying to reconcile two opposites to find the middle ground, or like how those two things connect, what they have in common, so that you can move out of a deceptiveness or like out of fear for some of you and move into like forgiveness and liberation. And again, this is you going to your higher power. This is a higher level of commitment. Yeah, in order to commit, something has to be left behind. And I kind of get the sense that it's like this obligation to do it all, maybe for some of you, but it can also just be like getting clear about like, why am I committing to this? And like, what do I have to slough off in order to really give myself to it? Yeah, let's talk about this Seven of Wands. Okay, we have the Six of Pentacles, we have the Emperor reversed, and we have the Six of Swords. Yeah, so just kind of 6 and 6. Yeah, cool. I'm just noticing we've got like, sorry, ignore me for a second. We've got a lot of 7s, we've got a lot of 8s, and we've got a couple 6s. So you're nearing, like you're past the halfway mark of something. And you're reaching the part where it starts to become this daily slog. It becomes something that is going to need your daily attention, that it is that next level of commitment, but this is also the point where things get really, really hard, where you are liable to burn yourself out unless you know how much energy you have to devote to something. Like it's very, very important to be concentrating, like how much energy can I give to this, you know? What are my resources? Really, like what can I give without going into debt, whether that's emotional debt, or whether that's energetic debt, whether that's financial debt, okay? Like I feel like the water signs might be spending a lot of money in the next few months. That's just kind of what's going on. So just being very mindful of what your resources are. This is point blank walking away from a need to control every little thing. Walking away from a need to micromanage stuff. You might be working with like a delegation, a need to delegate as well. If you're like a small business owner or like whatever, you know, this is emotionally like allowing people to take care of you as well. Yeah, that feels pretty clear. So let's talk about the immediate future with this Temperance card. We have the 10 of Pentacles, we have the Knight of Wands, we have the Page of Pentacles reversed as well. 10 of Pentacles was reversed in this little baby spread. Okay. So this whole picture really comes down to two things. It comes down to not getting burnt out, keeping your fire alive. Again, please subscribe if you want to be seeing more about borage, because borage is an adrenal tonic, so it helps us manage stress and helps us not burn out. We also have, wow, words are really hard. Aries, Mars going retrograde. It enters the shadow period at the end of this week, and this is gonna be the time when we're starting to, I don't have that much energy, you know, like I have to focus on one thing. And this is the core thing for you, pretty much for everyone right now too. So don't be afraid to be self-sufficient and to allow other people to be self-sufficient. to really focus on keeping your own fire alive, feeding it enough that it doesn't go out, but also not feeding it so much that it overwhelms you and chars you from the inside out. Okay, that's it. That's this reading for you, Cancer. I really hope that this resonated. I hope this helps. And I will see you in your next reading.